Welcome to Module 4. Since our trial record is built, now it's time to add investigative sites. Sites are where the trial actually happens, where patients are seen, where data is collected, and where the science takes place. Managing sites effectively is one of the most important operational challenges and is something Life Science Cloud is specifically designed to support. An investigative site is any physical location participating in a clinical trial. It could be a major academic medical center, a community hospital, a specialty oncology clinic, or a private physician practice. In small phase 1 study, you might have just one or two sites. In a large phase 3 trial, you could be managing hundreds of sites across dozens of countries, each at a different point in the activation process, each with different enrollment rates, and each requiring ongoing monitoring and oversight. Without a system to manage all of this, clinical operation becomes impossible complex spreadsheet exercise. With Salesforce, every site status, performance, and history is tracked in one place. Now, in Salesforce, the study site object is labeled care program site. This is the record that freezes the study, the facility, and where the populated the investigator is. So let's look into that in Salesforce. So I've got this care program site. This is where we know what care program this particular site, and what is the facility where the site is being run. Let's go back to presentation. Site activation is the process of getting a site from interested in participating to ready to enroll patient. This process involves multiple steps. The site is identified and assessed for suitability. Regulatory submissions are made to the Site Institutional Review Board or IRB or ethics committee outside the US for approval to conduct the study. A clinical trial agreement is negotiated and signed, and a site initiation visit and in-person or remote training session is conducted before the site can enroll its first patient. Each of these steps can take weeks, and tracking them across many sites simultaneously is where Salesforce adds real operational value. The site status field mirrors the real operational progression of a site in a trial. Site moves from identified to qualified through the submissions and approval stages to active, meaning they are clear to enroll, then to enrollment complete when they have hit their target, and finally closed. A clinical operation manager looking at a list of all their sites, filter by status, can immediately see which sites are ready, which are pending approval, and which are falling behind. Let's look over here. We have got this status field, and we have got all these statuses. Go back to presentation. So let's again relook at a site. Some of the important fields are the name, of course, then care program, then the status, then the healthcare facility. So sites are child records of trials, but they are complex operational entities in their own right. Each site has its own activation timeline, its own enrollment target, and its own teams. Managing all of that through Salesforce rather than spreadsheets and email is one of the clearest efficiency gains Life Science Cloud delivers for clinical operation teams. So I'm back on the site page. If I want to see all the pages, all the data, sorry, or all the fields, Then let's only filter by date over here. So a site will have date like actual first participant, then clinical trial agreement. All of these fields will be added to the page layout. Then when the forecasted is there. So as a clinical trial manager, I can keep a track of when the site will get activated.